another one.
To me, the Klan's basically a family tradition, if you think of it.
Oh my god, is this a fucking joke, dude? Why do these fucking dweebs dress like this, dude? It's insane.
At one time in America...
God damn, dude. I mean, you gotta... What the fuck is going on, dude? What? Like, what? Oh my god, I don't know what that rash is. I don't even want to know. Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy is like... This has got to be a joke, right? This has got to be a fucking joke. This can't... Psoriasis? Is that what it is? I mean, he's got the fucking skin-tight Oakleys and everything, dude. The only thing missing for this fucking fit is the top of the hour 60-second ad break. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't fit there, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Because it is top of the fucking hour. And it's time for a 60-second ad break regardless, dude. Re-fucking-gardless, okay? If you'd like to no longer see the ads, obviously all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free with an Amazon Prime. Okay, you can get a Twitch Prime, which is a free subscription. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN. God damn, these guys are such fucking nerds, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here's the ad break now.
With so many members during the 1920s, 1 out of 3 Americans were members of the KKK.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad this morning.
You're the most popular streamer in Utah and Mississippi? Shut the fuck up. Are you serious? A North American Observatory in Esports data platform tabulated research with Twitch streamers are the most popular in each 50 of the states. Wait, what? Wait. There is no way. What? Aiden Ross in Texas? What the fuck is going on, dude? Why? Bro, this is so strange, dude. What the fuck? I'm brainwashing your children, brother. What the fuck? Bunch of people surrounded by Republicans watch you to feel part of a community of not terrible people. Dude, don't people always say I'm like a fucking stuck-up lib and like elitist or whatever, and my entire audience, they're like a bunch of fucking liberal elitists? Doesn't this literally show that I have way more pull in like southern states than fucking every goddamn art PhD dipshit with a podcast? Like literally. It's fake. There's E-Rob in there. Oh man, is it? It could be fake. I think it's pretty accurate how I feel a lot of people here in the leftists that live in conservative states. This is why you get so mad at Chad as leftists who live in Chudland. No, that doesn't say anything. It just says that people who live around their fucking racist relatives, as the other chatter already pointed out, people who live around their fucking racist relatives need a comfort or an escape to know that there are hella people that are out there just like them, and they're not alone. But I don't know how real this is, to be honest.
Poggers.
It's gonna make me real sad when we find out this is fake, but they're all hate watchers. I don't know how real this is because H3 appeared on the map and he streamed for 1 week.
Ad Levinson.
Why is the song so popular in Louisiana and Missouri? Interesting, since the overall political climate there is not in line with his beliefs.
Yo, how TF is Northern Lion so popular in New Mexico?
Esports data industries and the International Streaming Observatory of North America don't show up in any Google searches. Looks fake. Why is this guy putting up fucking fake information? I don't think this is real, but also, if it was real, it would be like XQC across the board, I assume. You know what I mean? Like, XQC would be a lot more prominent on this.
Hasa.
International Streaming Observatory.
At Hasanabi, we're not all Mormons in
After an
Utah.
unexpected development that will require John's full attention, there will be no new episode of Last Week Tonight for the foreseeable future. What the fuck? What happened? Anyway, let's get back to this fucking psycho, dude. Let's get back to this psycho.
Most
I got
popular
into this like
streamer in
ad block
Mustang
thing, but
It was a popular thing.
He was saying it was a big deal when he was a kid in Indiana. He went to,
Oh,
he went to Purdue.
Yeah, he was in D.C.
I feel
Stevenson
like you
State.
provided escape for people
That
in
was the
racist
hugest
states.
state ever was Indiana, D.C. Stevens.
Yeah.
He ran it then. Yeah, I can imagine. I might make me a cloth robe, just satin.
Still less material.
I know. So I'm saying I need to get something like that, cloth.
That's like
Screw this
Carhartt
down.
material.
Yeah, but is that hot?
It's warm.
This one's real hot.
It'd be good in the wintertime, man.
I remember when I was younger and I got my first robe, I got one of cloth, and all the officers told me not to ever get one of satin. It'll be hotter than hell. Then being pure wizard, you gotta have one of satin.
So what is the difference between a Grand Dragon and Imperial Wizard?
Imperial Wizard's over the whole clan, the whole group. And the Grand Dragon's over the state. Like, he's the Grand Dragon of North Carolina. The man over there is the Grand Dragon from Florida. So each clan has Grand Dragons over the state, and then under them they have exalted Cyclopses, which is presidents of each individual unit.
dude, they're such fucking nerds, dude. They are such LARPers, dude. You're just a fucking D&D nerd. But for racism, oh my god, dude. I can't deal with this. Yeah, you got
Thanks for sending
Cyclops
what you
and
as a
shit, you
family.
know? Just like, dude,
Keep
you
up the
deserve
great
to be
content.
bullied, okay? Seriously. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Strange.
Hey, love you and your work.
And you've been in the
Make
clan
days more
since
bearable,
how,
and I
for
actually
how long?
get much
About
needed
23,
laughs
24
out
years,
of
joined
stream maps.
1997. I know that.
How'd you join? What happened?
Well, I was at a Walmart one day, and a guy walked up and handed me a flyer telling me that there's a Klan rally right up the road and wanted to know if I would attend it. I had a Confederate flag shirt on, and I guess that's the reason why he gave me the flyer, so I wound up attending the rally. And
Racist D&D.
to me, at first I was skeptic because you hear all the bad stuff about the Klan, killing people and all that, so I got a flyer while I was there for the next rally telling me when to come. It was basically the invitation.
5 months.
Wait, I'm so confused. He had a Confederate flag shirt on at Walmart, and they asked him to come. Is it because the KKK is a lot about states' rights? Is that why? He was like, oh, fellow states' rights defender, I see. Well, would you like to be a part of this, Heritage Not Hate rally that we're doing as our hateful white supremacist group is holding? That's interesting, dude. The John Oliver thing is a joke because Adam Driver's in a sexy ad. Jesus Christ, dude. Real funny. Okay.
To show the people at the gate on how to get in, because without the paper I couldn't get in because I wasn't a member. So the second rally was, I think it was within a month after I went back again, just to hang out, mingle with the people, see what they're about. And when I got done listening to a lot of the speeches, I felt, they believe the same way I do. So that's what made me join. I mean, they're against drugs, we're against abortion, homosexuality, race mixing, everything in the Bible is basically the same thing the Klan was talking about. The Klan was telling you, you know, race mixing's wrong, homosexuality's wrong, but all this is in the Bible. And that's one thing I liked about the Klan is they were showing me where to find it at in the Bible. And you know, I've been to a lot of churches, and most of the churches are 501c3 churches. They're owned by the government, ran by the government. They're told what to preach. So a lot of the verses they were showing me in the King James Version of the Bible was verses I've never seen or heard. So it shocked me, and I found it very knowledgeable. So I kept going to the rallies, and I kept reading the Bible, and then wound up becoming a member of the Ku Klux Klan in 1997. And I think by the summer, by the time summer was over, I was a full-blown member of the KKK. And I don't regret a bit of it. I mean, I've loved the Klan, and I always love the Klan and do whatever I can to help it grow.
What's the basic belief behind the Ku Klux Klan?
The basic belief behind the Ku Klux Klan is that, you know, as a race as a whole, we need to stick together. All the other races are sticking together. You have, you know, groups for the African Americans. You got Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter. You got NAACP. But if you look, there is no white groups out there to support white people that'll actually stick up and stand for white people and help them out when in need. You know,
they're literally standing together against you, dog. Yeah, they're standing together. I wonder why, dude. Hey, there is a white group. It's called the fucking United States government, jackass. Okay? I wonder why there's no hot groups that are standing together like the black groups are. It's like, dude, you're literally there because of you, dude. You are the reason.
The nigger, the Mexicans, they can all run to the government and get loans and get welfare, while a white man can't do it. It's impossible.
White people can't get welfare, says white man most likely on welfare. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah. Totally, dude. Totally. Just, I hate when, you know, white people are systemically excluded from welfare. Except for the fact that, you know, there's, of course, a significantly higher number of white people on welfare than there are black people, but, you know. Yeah, this guy, it took him 3 minutes to drop the N-word. He just said the N-word. This dude might be racist for your information. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell, but I mean, we just, yeah, I feel like he might be a racist, dude. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of a bad look, dude.
Possible, basically, for whites to go out and get these services. So the Klan, to me, it's always stood there to help white people who are in need, and I'll always support it. And I think the Klan's a great organization, and it's been here 150 years in support of the white race. And right now in America, the way things are going, it's a double standard on the media. Every time you turn around, the blacks are rioting, and I think it's time for the Klan to rise back up and do it all again. We need to actually get up and fight for the white race, or there ain't gonna be no white race.
But what's the biggest issue for the Klan today? Is it immigration or race mixing or separatism?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, we've got more immigrants right now. Immigration is costing the United States American taxpayers $320 billion a year, and that's illegal immigration. I mean, that money could be spent on other things like helping our veterans, helping the homeless, whether they black or white. The Klan is not a hate group. Like I tell people, we're not about hate. We just want to live separate from the other races, just like the Bible intended. You know, that's one of the things the preacher showed me a long time ago. He was at a Klan rally, and I recognized a lot of the Klan, at a lot of Klan rallies, we had a lot of preachers there. And, you know, and he showed me the Bible verse, Leviticus 19:18, because you always hear people holler, love thy neighbor.
That's literally a Republican talking point. Immigration is costing this country $320 billion. Why can't we help our homeless veterans? Like, first of all, that motherfucker does not give a shit about veterans, okay? And secondly, that's literally a Republican talking point, dude. I just want you to understand, like, oh, we're not a hate group. We're just the KKK. But also, at the same time, we're just saying a lot of the things that the Republicans keep saying. It's crazy. Also, you know, it's just, all of this is the exact same energy as, like, when Republicans say, like, oh, well, the Democrats were the Confederates. The Republicans abolished slavery. It's like, okay, true. So why are you wearing a Confederate flag right now, you fucking idiot? It's the exact same fucking energy, dude. Literally the same energy as being like, Democrats were the real Confederates. Okay, well, then you're keeping it alive right now. And that's kind of weird. If you think it's a bad thing, just, let's move on. I also love when people say, we are not a hate group. 2 minutes after he said the N-word with a hard R. That's cool. Interesting stuff.
But then when you read the verse for yourself, it says, love thy neighbor of thy people. And my people are white people. So that's exactly what I'm doing, is carrying out, God's wishes. I want to love my people and help my people just as every other race has the right to help and benefit their race. I mean, that's it. They should have the right to do that. And I feel right now in America, we're losing our right as white people, as the white race, to defend ourselves or to even speak out. If you say you're proud to be white, they pretty much label you a racist. And to me, racist is just a made-up word. I mean, it was made up by a communist Jew named Leon Trotsky in 1936, was the first time that it was used during a debate, and he was using it to cut people down. And if that's the way they're going to use it, then I guess I would be considered a racist, and I'm proud to be a racist.
And the Klan is a Christian organization?
Yes, Christian organization. We read the same Bible everybody else does. We just actually read all the Bible instead of skip through like these Judeo-Christian preachers do today.
What are the aspects of Christianity that the Klan is based on?
Well, it's based at our ritual, the Klan ritual, like when you get naturalized, or which naturalization ceremony is a Klan ceremony. We use the Bible to swear you in and to become a full-fledged member of the Klan. So, I mean, we want to stick by the laws of God. And, you ain't going to make it to the kingdom of heaven unless you stick by the laws of God. So that's one thing we try to teach in our family. This was taught 30, 40 years ago. I remember, you wouldn't see colored people mixing and going into a church 30 years ago, not in this state. And now the preachers are allowing it. And to me, it's sickening. And it's sickening to see these preachers sell out their congregations and damn their own congregation straight to hell by pushing all this equality nonsense, knowing that the Bible says all the races should be separate, and that when Christ comes back, he says he shall separate all races again, separate all people by their tongues and put them in their own nations. That's in Matthew 15. So, I mean, to me, the Bible and the Klan go hand in hand.
Chris, I'm going to ask you, and maybe take off your sunglasses when you answer it?
No, I don't take off my glasses.
You want to keep them on?
Yeah, for right now, I do.
Okay. Are you open to taking them off at all? Or?
No.
No, okay.
I used to, but it's done got so bad where now if they see me on TV, wherever I work at, they usually terminate me.
Okay, understood.
I've done lost 2 jobs now for being in the KKK.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What does it take to become an Imperial Wizard?
You have to be in the Klan for years. Like I said, I joined it when I was 17, just turned 18. And you got to know all 4 of your degrees, which is what these are for. Like this is a Knights Camellia.
And that's exactly why you do that, okay? Fuck yes, dude. Suck my fucking cock, you racist bitch. I hope he's never employed, okay? Straight up. Straight the fuck up, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. You're really hiding your face with them glasses, by the way. Good job. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, no, dude. You can't even say, white power without people beating the shit out of you. Oh, it's so fucked up. It's like, yeah, dude. Great. Fucking mint, dude. Fucking excellent, okay? Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you, dude. Crying about fucking black people frequenting the same churches as white people and then being like, oh man, I can't get a fucking job. This is why deplatforming works, okay? Fuck this guy. Seriously, fuck him. Also ironic because he's been fired multiple times, which, that's how you know he definitely did get welfare, which is a good government policy. So kind of interesting for him to say, I don't know, blacks are taking welfare, we can't take it. It's like, well, yeah, I don't know about that. I think he probably did.
This is your first degree is KUNO, your second degree is Knights Camellia, second degree. Third degree is Knights of the Great Forest, and then your...
the other thing I was going to say is, like, remember, they have a couple talking points that are very effective and were very effective that maybe even some of you, back when you were in the alt-right rabbit hole, okay, would probably look at and go, wow, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, why can't I fucking defend white people or say I'm proud of being white or whatever the fuck? This is the reason.
He's been
That
fired
guy is
from
the reason.
KKFC.
Okay? That's why. Because people that say white power or people that say, like, oh, I'm proud to be white. I'm a white pride. Why can't we have white pride? Like, that's where that comes from. Okay? That's what that is. That's the reason. And they sucked so many people in by fucking, saying things in a way that would make sense to people with profound amounts of privilege. Okay? That's how they rationalized it.
Fourth and final degree is Knights of the Midnight Mystery.
And what you guys have problems, you want to stay separate from African Americans, Mexicans?
Jews, Arabs, Chinese, it don't matter. I would love to see a white homeland established one day.
And gay community as well?
The what?
The gay community as well?
They're abomination. Gay people supposed to be put to death upon sight, and that's in Romans 11. It's also in Leviticus 2013. Homosexuals are supposed to be put to death upon sight.
Are there still lynchings anymore?
No, the Klan ain't never lynched people. That's another myth that I helped destroy years ago when I was doing an interview for Fox. As I told them, show me a picture of the Klan lynching somebody in their robes and a black person hanging, and to this day nobody's been able to produce a picture because it never happened. And like I told people, look it up, lynchings were common by what they call lynch mobs back in. And if you look at the photos of anywhere where a black person's hanging, you don't see KKK people, you see the townspeople, because it was a common event back then. When somebody committed a crime, they hung them, and the whole town would come out there and have popcorn for sale. It's basically like one big carnival, but yet that got pushed on the Klan a lot, that the Klan went out and lynched these people. Look at any picture of any lynching, you'll see it ain't the KKK, it's the townspeople themselves.
The community you're living in here in North Carolina, there's quite a few people of African American descent.
Yeah.
And is there friction between the races here?
Well, one thing I like about where we live at is we all pretty much stay separate. I mean, America can push the myth that we're all equal and we're all living in a multicultural society, but in reality, America's more segregated now than it was 30 years ago or 50 years ago. I mean, every time you walk into a church on Sunday, it's segregated. When you go to the prisons, the race is segregated. So there ain't no racial tension in this side of North Carolina. Now, you go towards Charlotte and Raleigh, it's probably a lot of racial tension, but up here, it's a peaceful community.
Everyone stays to themselves.
Yeah, everyone pretty much stays to themselves.
How has the Klan changed over the years?
To me, the Klan has become more modernized. To me, it ain't like it was when I joined. It was more secretive back when I was younger. And some Klan groups still want to keep themselves in the shadows and do things, while we and the loyal white knights of the KKK, we're more open. We'll go out and march in the streets. We'll march through towns and do courthouse public demonstrations. While back, years ago, a lot of Klans wouldn't even think about doing stuff like that. They didn't want people knowing who they were. They was worried about their identities. Like I said, I've lost 2 jobs from it, but I still haven't quit doing it, and I'll continue doing it until the day I die. And so I think the Klan's more nowadays is actually coming more out into the open. And 10 years ago, it was kind of harder to get people to join, but now with all the racial tension in America, people are joining left and right, so I think it's a good thing. When these people were rioting and causing all these riots for a black guy named George Floyd, who was a career criminal, the man was just let out of prison for armed robbery. He broke into a woman's house, a pregnant woman, and put a gun to her stomach and made her give over all her cash and credit cards. He pulled 5 years in prison, gets out, goes in a store trying to pass counterfeit money off, counterfeit bills, trying to buy more alcohol and cigarettes, and gets killed by the police. I feel no sympathy for him. The man's a criminal. And I think these riots are helping the Klan grow. There's more people out looking for us now. It used to be we had to go out and recruit members. Now we just sit back and they come to us.
What do you think about the state of our country? Do you think things are getting worse?
I think it's a racial powder keg about to explode, and we're actually hoping for it. Most of the people in the Klan want it to. We want the racial tension. We want a race war, a full-out race war.
And racism is a big issue in the United States.
Well, racism's always going to be a big issue anywhere. You can't have 2 different races or 3 races. You can't have this many people living on one continent with this many different religions, this many different cultures without one trying to step on the other. I mean, that's just common sense.
But you could argue that the Klan is contributing to the problem, no?
No, the Klan ain't contributing to the problem. You can just sit back and let the blacks do their own job. I mean, let them keep killing each other in record numbers. We ain't got to, the Klan ain't got to go out and kill blacks no more. We just drop off some liquor in their town and some guns, and they do it themselves. If it was my option every weekend, I would go up to Chicago with a big truck full of whiskey and crack, marijuana, and a ton of guns and bullets and tell them have at it and just drop it off right in the middle of town. And then go home and watch my Monday morning news and laugh the whole time.
What's the most important thing you've learned in your life?
To never turn my back on God. He'll always be there for me. And like I said, the Klan's a religious movement. When I was younger, I really wasn't into religion, and I see there's a whole new generation coming up that are basically atheists.
Oh, thank God. Thank God for r/atheism. Also, I just gotta say, when his thoughts about George Floyd, remarkably similar to just regular conservatives and Candace Owens, which is why I say Candace Owens is a fucking black white supremacist. Okay, you understand? Like, this is a white supremacist, a white supremacist, saying exactly the same thing that a black white supremacist like Candace Owens would be saying. And so many of your Facebook aunts unironically believe in. Okay? That's how this works. Why are all these racial supremacy guys the ugliest guys on the planet? I mean, that's how it... Like, it's just so disgusting, dude. I mean, that's part of where it comes from. Dude is the imperial wizard, so I guess he completely skipped the part of the Bible that says no witchcraft. Yeah, I mean, he literally explains he's not a supremacist. Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. He's not. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I'm going to take it at his word, dude. I'm going to take it at face value, what his words are. You're right.
And I feel sorry for them, so I try to reach out to people about the Bible and the goodness of the Bible. And, you know, God's there for everybody who's there willing to listen.
What are you proudest of in your life?
My kids.
You have 2 boys?
Yeah, 2 boys.
And are they involved in the Klan at all?
They've been involved in the Klan. They were basically born into the Klan. They've been going to rallies since they could crawl, you know, on the rally field. So, yeah, they feel the same way we do, you know. They're seeing that, you know, I didn't raise them to be racially aware. That's the thing is, we took them to rallies when they were little. As they got older, they wanted to hang out with the little black kids down the road, the little Mexican kids. So my wife was against it, and I told her, I said, that's the best thing for them. Let them go out there and meet these other cultures and these other races so that, you know, they used to hang out with the black kids down the road and the Mexican kids. I thought it was funny. I think it lasted about 8 months. And then my kids come home one day and said, I ain't hanging out with them no more. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, every time I turn around, my stuff's getting stolen out my room, and I'm finding it, you know, in the little black boy's room down the road. So they pretty much put it together themselves that these people, you know, they're not civilized. African Americans, Mexicans, these people are not civilized. Asians, they're not civilized. You got Asian gangs tearing up California every weekend.
Have you traveled to other countries?
I've traveled all over the United States. The Klan's an American-based group, and it should always have American citizens as its members. We shouldn't have Germans. You know, they got a Nazi party. If they want something similar to the Klan, let them stick with the Nazi party. So,
who are you going to be voting for this fall?
So far, we're still going to vote for Trump, even though he's pretty much selling us out. Every time I turn on television, he's giving more and more money to the Jews in Israel. And to me, we done gave enough to that country. We give $38 billion a year in foreign aid to Israel, and I don't get why we keep giving to these people. I don't care for the Holocaust lie. I wish they'd go and tell the truth about the Holocaust, that, you know, it was our soldiers who done the killing of the Jews. And I think they should tell the truth that we bombed the concentration camps thinking that they were military bases of the Germans. And we're basically, it would be the American government, the British government, and the Canadian government are responsible for the Holocaust. It wasn't the Germans. But to me, we should use that $38 billion.
What? That is the craziest Holocaust revisionism I've ever heard, dude. Bro, he said... What the fuck? He's like absolving the Nazis of the Holocaust. He's like, hey, it was our fault. We did that. That's That is insane. Like, he didn't even
Let's
hit
get
the
with it.
normal high notes. Like, oh, why did they have pools? Like, you know, like the classic fucking bullshit Holocaust denial, which is, by the way, the #1 way to know if someone's a fucking fascist or a Nazi. He's like, we did that. That's fucking nuts, dude. Hold on, I'll be back in 1
Could help
second.
the veterans, could help homeless. I mean, right now our economy's in a lot of trouble. We could use that 38 billion. I think we should cut all foreign aid to Israel. Or Israel, as a lot of people like to call it around here, because that's all it is. It's a nation that was stolen from the Palestinian people, and they have no birthright to it. If anybody has a birthright to Israel, it'd be the chosen people, the white race, just as the Bible says.
Was your family racist when you were a kid?
Nope. No, my parents actually hated the fact that I joined the Klan. When they found out, they were actually upset and told me to get out of that type stuff. And, you know, it took them, I think, about 6-7 years ago, my mama called me and she said, you know what, I changed my mind. She said, I'm kind of proud of what you've been doing, you know, marching in the streets for the white race. And she said, I'm kind of proud. She said, everything that, you know, over the years of talking to them, they finally started looking into what I was saying, and they found out it's all true. You know, the Jews control the media and the bank, and they're using it basically as a weapon against the white race. That's why our money has Federal Reserve note on top of it. It's no better than toilet paper. I mean, it ain't even a real currency. That's why other nations are turning away from the U.S. dollar, and I think that's going to be the eventually collapse of our country, is the way Russia, China, and all of them are turning away from the U.S. dollar. Our dollar is basically worthless. And like I said, I hope one day our economy does fall and people could
4
actually
months
see
already,
who's
WTF.
behind the banks, who's behind the media, and who's trying to tell us it's okay, even though we're living in a concrete jungle. That's what America is, a concrete jungle. There's blacks killing whites in record numbers. That's the FBI statistics say they kill close to 500,000 whites every year, while whites kill blacks at 30, I think it was 30,586 blacks got killed by whites last year. But they killed 500,000 of our people. So I think, you know, why ain't this info on the news? Why do I have to go to the government websites to get it? That's because the Jews are covering it all up. And our TV's becoming more degenerative. Every time I watch the television, I get sick because I'm starting to see more homosexuality on TV, more race myths and propaganda pushed down my throat. So I turned off my cable. I don't have satellite or nothing. If I want to watch television, I go through the internet and download the movies I want to watch. So I watch a lot of the older television shows like Andy Griffin, The Monsters, Beverly Hillbillies. I'd rather watch stuff like that than the filth they're trying to feed me today.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Let somebody else.